So we are going to. We might go do the level 15 job quest, maybe. No, we'll switch to we'll switch to Pugilist, I guess. Or no, we could do. Let's go do Rogue. Limsa Limsa. Bulwark Hall. Fisherman's Guild is the closest. You looking to head inside? I am. Jack wishes to give you a few pointers on dagger play. Managed to strap those daggers on without cutting yourself? Well, we're off to a good start, I'd say. Next, you'll want to get a feel for the weight and speed of your new weapons. I reckon those bleating cheats in the fields outside Limsa should serve for your first lesson. Aye, test your blades on a few of them lambs, then slice up some rats and pugils for good measure. Mind that you mill them beasties one at a time, though, lass. I know you've served far worse in the past, but you're no dimmer dammer with them stabbers just yet. Dimmer dammer. Okay. I have no clue what that does. Shade shift. Create shadows that nullify damage up to 20% of maximum HP. Gotcha. Delivers an attack with potency of 180. Combo action, spinning edge. Stabbers in your fambles. Okay. Now we need lambs. Mutton oil. Yay. Hello. Okay. Gust slash and spinning edge. I forgot to turn my keyboard off. Macro icon. Spin. No. Gust slash. AC. Spinning edge. Wait. 2. No, 1. We'll try that. AC. Gust. Slash. Would help if I if I put it on my thingamabob. Need 2 then. Wait, 2. No. Wait, 3? Do I really need to wait 3 seconds for that? I guess I do. Pugilist. levels. Did we do it? We did it. And we are level 5 as well. Strength, dexterity. So we can get rid of our weathered daggers. Fisherman's gear. Done with your milling, are ye? You can never have enough blade practice last. In fact, I'll even add a list of marks to your hunting log. Pit yourself against the lot, and you'll soon learn some new steps for your dance with the daggers. Aye, you must think of yourself as a dancer, not a bleeding butcher. You only need so much force to ram a short blade into the hilt. Precision and speed. That's how you get the most out of your stabbers. Bulky armor will only have you plodding about like an ungainly oryx, so make sure you're wearing gear that'll let you move freely as well. Alright, get your blade work up to scratch, Corrado, and I might just have a job for you. Level 5. Ho there, Corrado. I must say, you're looking comfortable enough with those stabbers of yours. I reckon you're good and ready for your first assignment. Ordinarily, I'd stow me wits and let ye get on with your work, but seeing as we only just dragged ye into the shadows, there might be a couple things what ye ain't yet familiar with. Let's build on what ye likely do know. And that's the fact that the Admiral, God's bless her soul, has outlawed piracy in Limsa Laminsa. So, why do ye think there are still so many sodden pirates in this town? I'll tell ye why. It's 'cause there's still one way for 'em to loot and pillage without incurring the wrath of the law. All you need to do is apply to serve the thalassocracy as a certified privateer. A captain with a privateer's license is free to terrorize the seas till the old goats come home, so long as he only targets vessels what belong to the Garlean Empire. Of course, considering how bloody vast the Empire is, that's plenty of looting to go around. Crews fill their holds with imperial plunder, then sail back here to Limsa to offload the spoils, and that's where this particular case went sour. See, this one crew got their fambils on a Magitech device, a firing mechanism to be precise, but was rooked out of their haul by some heavy-handed coves. If you recall, that don't sit well with the code. If you're bold enough to rook a pirate out of his due, then you'd best Be prepared for a visit from the rogues. Ah, and speaking of visiting rogues, Underfoot, over here, lad. I want the pair of ye working together on this. Pass sentence on them code-defying rooks and bite back that Magitech part. Hey, what's the last need me for? You're in charge of new recruits, ain't ye? It's Kratos' first assignment. You're to go along and give her the benefit of your wisdom. Since when was I in charge of new... bugger it. So I guess we're to be partners for the now. The name's Paramu Harimu, but most of me fellows call me Underfoot. He might seem a touch reluctant, but Paramu's one of our best. You just do as he says and you'll get the job done. Alright then, me young rogue, seeing as this is your first official outing, I want to be sure your dance steps are up to the task. With them short blades, you need to get good and close to your mark, aye. But we ain't bleeding swads and shining armor, and the lighter kit we wear ain't much protection from a click to the gan. So if you don't fancy spitting blood and teeth, you're... best defense is simply not being there when your mark winds up to land a nasty clout. Sliding round to a flank usually does the trick, but there's some rum fun every rogue should master. The shade shift. Clear your mind and trust in your speed, and you can leave an axe wielding brute or spell flinging mage chasing your shadow while you bury your stabbers in his guts. Right, now it's time you put this lesson into practice against some of those Aurelie out in Lower Ludnoska. I hope you was paying attention, lass, 'cause those tentacles can pack a wallop. Enjoy. Shave the wombat. Oh, he's gone. No! He's running away from me. I scared him off. I scared the shaved wombat off. Oh no. No, I scared him away. uh... So what do we need? Lower Lanaska. Cedarwood. 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 And then the bats are in here. Pretty sure. And then the next, I believe, are out this way. Galagos. Oh, what happened? My chocobo gone. So we are up to level 8, and we need more. We need Middle Lanaska is where the rest of our stuff is. Summerford. Level 5 daggers can go. Next is 10 and 13. Woba. come on. You gotta be almost done that cutscene or cinematic. So cute. Okay, so we gotta kill tiny mandragoras. And we also need these goblin guys over here. I guess I only needed one. Grounded pirates and grounded raiders. Lurking while yard working. Appreciate it. Old Red Scale, thank you very much for the lurk. Are you wearing your Vespoid armor yet? Get that the yellow bug tape and tack that onto a jacket. Went with a mouse suit. Gotcha. I suppose since you're allergic to the Vespoids, you probably don't want them knowing that it was you slaying all their kin, right? And then they'll sneak up on you and try and take you out. Yeah, the allergy was a deal breaker. You don't want them knowing. Gotta kind of play it stealthy like. So we did all of our hunting logs. So also we are level 10 now, so we can go to town. Can I can equip new gear. And that's level 8, so we can get rid of our level 8 knives. Bronze knives, level 8. Go to the Fisherman's Guild and then to our lair. Oh, he's so tiny. So adorable. What else can you do for me? Because it... Done with your practice then? The sting of them tentacled buggers will soon teach you to stay on your toes, eh? Now, we've got your blood rushing. I'd say it's time to get down to work. First things first, we need to track down them addled coves what rooked that Magitech gadget. Might be as one of our rogues has heard something. The guild thrives on information, you see, and we've agents scattered far and wide, with their glazes keen and their wattles to the ground. Let's pay us a visit to Etolwan at the Drowning Wench. Ask her for a weak ale and see what that gets ye. I'm not setting ye up for a laugh, lass, trust me. Speak with the Etolwan at the Drowning Wench. Quickest is probably to the teleport. Welcome to the Drowning Wench. What's your pleasure, miss? A weak ale. Never in all my days. We may serve some cheap grog in the wench, but not that was watered down. If our usual ale is too bold for your taste, mayhaps you'd like to order from the underground menu. Aye, there's quite a lot on offer for a customer with your roguish charms. Was there something in particular I could help you with? Ah, the trouble over that Magitech loot. 'Twas not a subtle job. The gang in question is an unusual group of former pirates calling themselves the Dainty Demolishers. They seem to be enamored of court dandy mannerisms and have a preference for seizing Garland machinery. They're also known for conspiring with goblins. Rumors say that the Demolishers visit a Beastman camp in Middle Alaska to fence their goods, and those goods generally take the form of Imperial technology. I imagine the goblins were rather pleased to take possession of a Mark something anti-aircraft cannon firing mechanism. If you mean to steal the device back, then your trail leads to the goblin camp in Summerford. Summerford, eh? On your way, lass. Meet me across the river from the camp and we'll plan our next move. Onward to Summerford. Get your noggin down, Grotto. I've been snilching the action across the way there. No sign of the Demolishers, but I did see one of them gambler coves stuffing the Garlane gadget into his backpack. I knew Itowan would steer us all right. This is your chance, lass. Clip that gambler gobby and grabble that device. I've lost track of which gob it was, but I'm thinking it's that sod on the left. Just make sure you dance away from any bomb blasts. Twisting and dodging in the middle of a fireball might not save you from getting your eyebrows singed off. Steal the firing mechanism number 43 from a goblin gambler. Oh boy. You guys just appearing out of nowhere like that? That's the way, lass. There was naught for me to do but sit on me daddles and watch. So you've got the goods, then? I do got the goods. Aye, this is the device, and no mistaking. Let's get back to the guild, eh? We still owe them Demolisher bastards a million, but they'll keep for now. For the now. Here, you should be the one to deliver the prize to Jack. It was your hand what snatched it out of the goblin's paw, after all. Captain, Captain, I say, some fiend has perpetrated violence upon our goblin colleagues, whilst we sought but to wet our throats with fine libations. This will not stand, Captain. Our finely filched loot has been pilfered from under our noses. Blast and bother, my blood boils and bubbles at the temerity of this affront. I know not the identity of these audacious buffoons, but they shall be made to pay, and pay dearly, with me, my fine fellows. Huzzah! Where am I going? Fisherman's Jubilee. You managed to grapple that firing mechanism yet, Corrado? Still in one piece, too. You've done well for your first assignment, lass. It don't look like much, but that crew put their lives on the line to cloy this here bauble. They'll be pleased to see it snatched back from the ruffians. We've yet to do for the dainty demolishers, Jack. The job ain't over. You're right, Underfoot. It ain't. Ye break the code, ye face the consequences. Oh, this is not at all what I expected from the inside of a convent. And who might you be, sirs? Ha ha ha, your ignorance is understandable. After all, our schemes are always perfect, our heists impeccable. Shall I reveal our infamous name and drink in your delicious terror? We are deadly, dastardly, and dictionally devilish. Quail before the dainty demolishers. Captain, I say, there's the louse who misappropriated our merchandise. I concur. She is the selfsame simpleton whom we trailed unnoticed to this very establishment. Surprise, surprise. Now, my dear dandies, let us not be unpleasant. We should endeavor to resolve this distastefulness without resorting to insults or other less diplomatic methods, at least not yet. You there, yes, the clean-cheeked errand boy. Be a good fellow and fetch me your superior. One of your colleagues has committed a terrible crime against us, and we shall not be leaving until the proper restitution has been paid. Oh, an errand boy now, am I? Tell me, Captain, just what kind of place do ye think this is, then? Jack's voice just keeps getting weirder and weirder. This place, why, I suppose it is some manner of convent. The one-eyed doorman named it the Dutiful Sisters of the Edelweiss, or some such. And ye've yet to realize your mistake. Your fate was sealed the moment ye dragged your sorry quarren across the threshold. Are you threatening me, boy? I'll have my fellows cut out that impudent tongue. We've exhausted our reserves of dainty today, lads. Show these fraudulent sisters how the demolishers deal with upstarts. You still don't understand, do ye? There are but three sorts of calls. What the doorman'll let pass. Clients, recruits. God spit. I'll kill you all. Didn't your mom teach you not to interrupt a lady when she's talking? You'd have learned that the third sort of call is a bollocks for brains mark, what marches himself right into the rogue's den. Rogues, but we were so careful. I'd heard tales in my pirate days, stories about the merciless wraiths who uphold the code. They weren't called rogues back then, though. The upright thieves they were, the knives in the shadows. You can't be them. You're just trying to scare me. Well, the captain of the dainty demolishers is not so easily cowed. To the hells with your deceptions. Huzzah! Huzzah for my fallen comrades. Deceptions, eh? Anyone you meet could be a rogue, Captain. Even a clean-cheeked errand boy. He's still breathing. Find some rope and string him up someplace in town. And now the job's done. Quite an introduction you had there, eh? Welcome to Limpsa Laminsa's ever-churning underbelly, where the thieves shed their skins and become rogues. I'm not much for discussing the old days, but since it's come up, I might as well clear up the confusion. It was back when piracy was at its peak. The coves, what protected the code, were dimmer-dammers, the best lads and lasses to be had from among the pirate crews. They bit back the goods, what was wrongly bitten, and came for the guilty under cover of darkmans. Upright thief became the title for these coves, what dealt in sanctioned stealing and milling. But it was only those as had cut all ties with the buccaneer's life, what was accepted into the ranks, conflicting loyalties and all that. They formed their own guild, and even their own way of speaking, and what was once pirates was pirates no more. Later on, when Merriweb took the admiral's chair, the upright thieves agreed to abide by our laws. We became the Rogues Guild to mark the change, and altered our recruiting policy to accept venturers like yourself. But although the title is different, the job remains the same. Uphold the code and preserve the underground society what spawned us. Just as you've done this with this assignment. Keep up the good work, Grotto, and you'll go far in the shadows. So those bronze daggers can go level 5. Jack has another assignment for you.
A fine morning, dear Crotto, and a fine morning it is for a spot of work, wouldn't you agree? This time round, it seems some eager buccaneer scampered aboard a local merchantman and made off with a shipment of muskets. Now, seeing as it ain't lawful to cloy from a Lamentin vessel to begin with, the Yellow Jackets fell upon them daft coves afore their boots was even dry. Aye, they caught the pirates right there on the docks, but the stolen boomsticks was nowhere to be found, fenced in a longboat deal, I'm thinking. That's when our guild was officially contracted to retrieve the goods, which weren't really needful, since the code would have had us on the job anyway. You don't bite the purses of your fellow Lamensons and all that. So this is your assignment, me natty lass. Find out where them weapons went and bite that shipment back. Seeing as the cotters has hit that merchantmen are already rotten in irons, you needn't rush in with your stabbers a-stabbing. I want this job handled quick and quiet, and I've the perfect partner to show you how it's done.
Hello.
This here's Cab the Stray. Ain't no other rogue what can match her in the arts of skulking.
Pleasure.
There some problem, the cab? You seem a bit out of sorts.
I'm bloody starving. I had one of them finger sandwiches set aside, you know. Those egg-filled tasties they make at the Bismarck. But when I got back from me work, it was bloody gone.
Uh-oh, that was for cabs? I thought it was Underfoot's. Cough. Well, you just head out on the job, and I'll see if I can't turn up that messing sandwich by the time you return.
All right, Jack.
One more little detail you should know. Them muskets was meant for the Yellow Jackets' armory, so once all is bob, you can hand the goods to one of their culls directly.
You can start whenever you're ready, Grotto. I've had a colleague keeping a waddle out for aught that might help us, so I suggest you have a few words with her first. You'll find her at the Galley Inn, posing as a fishmonger.
Man, these people's voices. Where is... Hello there, lass, miss. We've carp and trout, lobster and shrimp. But I hear tell ye've been looking for a special breed of fish, the long shiny kind, what sparkle put a bloke on his arse. This woman sounds manly. Kind of manly. Why don't we don't sell that kind here, but you might try them foreign merchants. What was they called again? The traders of Edge. They hail from the South Sea Isles and are known for dealing in all types of nasty spitters and cutters. I should warn ye, these folks ain't ones for questioning the source of their merchandise. In fact, they seem more than happy to pay for goods what came from below decks, so to speak. But if you're still keen to get your hands on those rare fish, then you'd best hurry to the Edge Market. What's visiting Limsa is looking to load up and leave the city afore long. Just how he means to transport his goods remains a mystery, though. What with all the iron blades he's got nursing his operation, it makes it hard for a girl to get close enough to eyeball the competition it does. I'll be sure to keep an eye peeled on your behalf, but it might be as you can learn a little more from the folk around town.
Traders of Edge, eh? Well, if one of their merchants been staying in the city, then someone will know something to point us in the right direction. The trick is to listen without being seen. You'd be surprised at how colours will cackle when they think no one else is about. We'll focus on places what see plenty of traffic. You can have the Bismarck, the Ferry Docks, and East Hawker's Alley. I'll try me luck at a few other spots, then meet ye in front of the guild when I'm done. Remember, keep in, keep quiet, and keep your waddles open.
Diving Dove appears distressed over some matter. Approach her a while, cloaked by your hide ability, and attempt to eavesdrop on her grumbling. Where is Diving Dove? Oh, over there. Grumbling and discontent. The sneer on that customer's face. Does he think I can command the skillet to cook more swiftly just to meet his pressing departure schedule? I don't know how things are done in the South Seas, but here in Limsa, folk appreciate that fine cuisine cannot be rushed. Come now, Dove, you must not speak ill of the patrons. Now, what was next on my list? Another finger sandwich for the dutiful sisters. Someone there must be rather fond of eggs. Grolf is speaking in a low but lively tone to a nearby customer. Approach him while cloaked by your hide ability and attempt to eavesdrop on his exhortations. He's hawking his wares to a customer. You have quite an eye for quality, sir. We have a splendid range of produce from every corner of Eorzea, but one simply cannot visit Limsa Lominsa without sampling some of the local specialties. Would you care for some freshly squeezed Lanaskan orange juice? Or perhaps our famed salt cod is more to your taste? Geralf continues to espouse the virtues of his merchandise, but his impassioned urgings appear to have little relevance to your assignment. Scarlet Peacock. Where am I supposed to go? Oh, down there. Waranasu appears distraught. Approach him while cloaked by your hide ability and attempt to eavesdrop on his mumbling. Curse my sense of duty. Would that I had stayed at the wench for that extra pint instead of returning early. I didn't ask to see anyone being bribed, and certainly not my relief pilot. I wonder what that merchant was about. Smuggling, most likely. Should I report this to the Yellow Jackets? But what if I'm being watched? I could end up face down in the harbor.
Welcome back, Corrado. I hope your skulking went well. You might be an angel of death with the dagger stuff, but any rogue which shuns the shadows is headed for an early grave. A sneaky Mord can nose about without risking a scrap, or slip herself into the best position to ambush a merc. Once they've seen you, though, your rum fun is done. Hiding is part concealment and part distraction, and ye won't be disappearing on a cove what already knows you're there. Alright, I'm done prattling. What you managed to learn about our musket-buying merchant friend? Slipping coin to a ferry pilot, was he? And by what ye heard from that chef at the Bismarck, this trader means to hop the twig and soon. That matches with me own findings. He vacated his rooms at the inn and paid his dues in full. Being a merchant, we can be sure that he won't be leaving without his merchandise. So here's the plan. We wait for him to stack his goods on the pier, then you go stand and grabble them firearms. I'm hoping we can get the job done quiet and get under the cover of darkness. But it never hurts to be prepared for the worst. Sounds like he's got a small army of sellswords on the payroll. I'll send word to the Yellow Jackets and have him post a call near Hawker's Alley. That way he won't have far to bolt once you've bidden the goods. The merc should be along any moment, Crado. Have you got your skulking boots on? I do.
I do. Use the hide ability to retrieve stolen firearms. You are not supposed to be here. I thought I ordered my hirelings to keep this jetty clear. 1, 2, 3. There's one missing. My crate of muskets is gone. Thief, stop her, you useless sluggards. What am I paying you for? Aye, these are our stolen muskets. The quartermaster will be pleased.
That turned hairy, didn't it, Dove? Once he reached the Yellow Jacket, though, the merchant called off his blades, wise enough to cut his losses, I'll give him that. I'd say we're all done here. Let's head inside and tell Jack the penny news.
I heard the sounds of fighting coming from the outside. Now I've whittled the cause of it. I thought we were aiming for subtle on this job. That many swads was there, but you got the Yellow Jackets what they wanted, so all's well that ends well, eh?
You're on your way to becoming a first-class rogue, Corrado. Aye, the job didn't unfold exactly as planned, but do you see the value of keeping out of sight? Skulking might seem slow, but it can save you time and a fair amount of bleeding in the long run.
Speaking of unexpected developments, I've a bit of bad news for you, Macabre. I searched high and low, but it seems some unprincipled cove has snaffled your sandwich. There were naught but crumbs to be found.
No, my sandwich! It was a Bismarck special! Do you know how much I was looking forward to that meal? Me belly is about ready to cave in on itself.
'Tis a tragedy of the highest order, love, And you know, I can't bear to see me rogues in such distress. So I gave Underfoot a special assignment. He should be back any moment now, with a freshly made Bestmark special finger sandwich.
You did that for me? You're not jeeping with me, are you, Jack?
This ain't no japing matter. 'Tis a guildmaster's responsibility to see that all his coves and morts are at the best for the job. Jack, there you are. I've got that sandwich you ordered. And didn't the chef give me a waddle full when I said he was in a hurry? We was in a hurry. Maybe next time ye could think twice afore ye yaffle a fellow rogues up. Oh, bollocks.
Jack? Did you eat my supper?
Now, lass, let's not be hasty. There's a fresh new sandwich right here for ye. No harm done, eh?
You've cloyed something what belonged to me, Jack. I can't ignore the code.
Aye, the code. We mustn't ignore the code. You're having a laugh, aren't you, lass? Lass? Ah!
That might be the swiftest string up I've ever seen.
A punishment to fit the crime. Take a good long look, Corrado. The code exists to preserve peace in Limsa, to keep the alleys from running red with blood. This city's me home, and I'll draw daggers on any cove fool enough to threaten the peace.
Pointed lesson. Let's head inside, eh? Your sandwich will get cold.
Hey, do you mean to leave me here all night? At least you gave me a grand view of the harbor. God's piss, these ropes are tight.
And now we find ourselves indebted to the Rogues Guild. The Rogues Guild. The impropriety of it all. Would that I could see them occupying a cell next to those thieving pirates.
Ow, them ropes'll leave chafe marks for a bleeding week. I may have wriggled myself free, but that's the last time I let me belly do the thinking.
I like God's piss as a colloquialism. Is that common in this game? No. It's fairly rare so far. So what do you think of my my voice acting? It's great, isn't it?
And just think, McCab strung me up over an egg sandwich.
I like it. Good job.
Those coves want well and truly stomp on the code. Get it far worse. Keep up your training, lass, and you'll soon be handing out road justice yourself.
Let's grab the gold. So we need to get to level 15, I think. to be level 10. Level 10 daggers, next is 13, so we need to get at least level 13 to get rid of these level 10 daggers. Hunting log, Lower Wanaska, Western, Lower Wanaska, Western, Upper. Wait, Western Wanaska? Was it? Yeah, Western Wanaska. God's grip. Or be mole. Egg diggers. God's grip, which is down that way. Quachak. You shall die, Quachak. End of days for you. So we need dogs, which I know are right here, I guess. We need the moles. Pecan egg diggers. Wild jackals. Lightning sprites. Jackals. Where are our egg diggers? They gotta be over near the water. I think they are. Down there. Now we go to Western Monosca. We'll go to Swift Perch and work our way from there. Ow, the ankle. I only needed one. Super mole. Fat dodos. probably 2 more fat dodos. Kill all. Get rid of the level 10 ones. And then we'll go to Ulda and do Pugilist, which is right here. Hamon wishes to teach you your first lesson. Looking every bit a pugilist, lass. Now the learning can commence. For your first lesson, I want you to test your fledgling skills against the vermin of Thanalan. Get out there and put down 3 marmots, 3 hornets, and 3 shrews. Return here when the deed is done. Now this goes without saying, but I expect you to fight using the horror I just gave you. It counts for naught if you skewer the beasties with a spear or fry them with a spell, say. No, that is wrong. Killing hornets, Leafy. Taking out them hornets for ya. Queen hornets, too. Because I looked up the difference between regular hornets and queen hornets. And these are queen hornets. Killing queens for ya. Pugilist forms. Unlike other melee classes, Pugilist weapon skills are used to cycle 3 unique battle forms, which dictate the flow of weapon skill combos. Many Pugilist weapon skills will either change your form upon execution or require you to be in a specific form to execute. There are also weapon skills which will grant damage bonuses when executed while in a certain form. The 3 types of forms are as follows: Raptor, Coral, and Oppo Oppo. You will be granted an increase by successfully changing your form from Oppo Oppo to Raptor to Coral, precisely in that order. You will be granted an increase to attack potency as well as other additional effects based on the weapon skills executed, swiftly flowing from one form to the next as the situation demands is key to becoming proficient in the art of the monk. So, changes form to Raptor, to Curl, and then changes form to Oppo Oppo. Guarantees a critical hit. Damage dealt is increased when under an effect that raises critical hit rate. Can only be executed when in raptor form. Can only be executed when in curl form. So we'll put Snap Punch, True Strike, Boot Shine. What was it? Snap Punch, True Strike, Boot Shine. We'll use Snap Punches. Okay. Cactuar, that's western. We are in central. So we want Orbon. Spring Brave Robbers. Orbon are up here in the water. So, Bone Hora, Weathered Hora can go. Come on. Ah, you're back. And none the worse for the exertion. Youthful vigor is a truly blessed thing. If you want to become strong, you mustn't neglect your training. Indeed, a pugilist is only as good as the number of strikes he's dealt. So get out there, Corrado, and let your fists fly. When the time is ripe, I'll teach you something new. There's no limit to the potential of youth. I look forward to seeing you come into your own. Ha ha ha. You've been training hard, Corrado. I can tell by the lightness of your steps and the strength in your fists. I reckon you're ready for your next lesson. But before we begin, some warming up's in order. For this, I've scattered some gil across Ulda. I want you to run around the city and pick it all up. Now, that's my money lying out there, so I want you to go about it like there's an Amalja warband on your heels. In other words, I want you to sprint. Of course, you can't go on sprinting indefinitely. Your body needs to rest a while after each burst of speed. This may sound elementary, but I'm telling you this to demonstrate a point. As a pugilist, it's essential that you learn to pace yourself in a fight, else you're liable to get worn out. And when that happens, the fight's as good as over, and you'd be sorry if you had bet on yourself. Where is this? Guild that has been scattered about in this area. Oh, there it is. Where would I be if I was faded gil coins? Over here. So now I need to get to the other side. That's my money lying out there, lass. I'd thank you to hurry and pick it all up before some vulture swoops in. 500 gil? Crikey, this is good for a week's worth of. Well done, Corrado. Now that you're all warmed up, we can see to your lesson. A trial, to be precise. Take yourself to Scorpion Crossing in western Thanalan. There you'll find 4 large stones. The trial stones, they're called. I want you to deal each of these stones a solid boot shine combo. The impact will arouse the earth spirits that sleep within, which you must then defeat. If you find yourself hard pressed, there's no shame in running away. You're still learning the ropes after all. Once you've gotten your wind back, you can hurl yourself into the fray again, and remember this: strikes bring down opponents, but it's your footwork that keeps you standing. Now off you go, Corrado, and good luck. Thanalan first. We'll do those. The Efts, and then the Spriggans, and then we can head out to western Thanalan from there. Level 10. Jeez. Twice my level. Did I not initially have? Oh, no, I had Boot Shine and True Strike. guess. Now we can go to Western Danland. Where's the other trial stone? Over here. So we need cactuars, nesting buzzards, goblin muggers. Nesting buzzards. Hammerly. nesting buzzards. There they are. Goblin muggers. Goblin muggers. to Ulda, where we will go to our Pugilist guild. So you've given the earth sprites what for? Well done, Corrado. By smiting stone and earth, you've forged unyielding weapons of your fists. You're a nigh endless fount of vigor, Corrado. Aye, just like myself in my younger days. This must be the promising recruit you've been telling me about, Chichudo. Well, of course she's promising. She's training under Hamoon Holy Fist. That's our Master Hamon. Corrado, I don't believe I've introduced my assistant yet. This is Chichudo. A pleasure to make your acquaintance. As introduced, I serve as Master Hamon's right hand. No, there's still much and more I have yet to learn. Together, let us strive for mastery of our art. Chichudo joined the guild soon after I was made its master. She's my very first student. As a matter of fact, well, there was one other, to be sure, but let's not dwell on the past, Master. It was Corrado's bright future we were discussing. Which reminds me, did you collect my gil from her? My gear is rather worn down, and I do need the money for repairs. Yes, Corrado's future with us is bright indeed. If she keeps up her efforts, she may well become the next Holy Fist. Train hard, young one, and grow strong. When the time's ripe, I'll have another little lesson for you. Ha ha ha. Don't know why I suddenly had to go on. Take the Bone Horror, which we will get rid of ASAP. Level 8, level 10. So Ramhorn Claws can go. So we are now level 10 weapons. So that can go. That can go. Oh, Ramhorn Claws is what we're using now. My bad. It's level 14. Burning up the quarter mall. Ah, there you are, Corrado. I see you've been training hard as ever. Aye, your eyes are starting to have the sharpness of Predator about them. Last time you learned the basics of combinations. Today I would have you build on that knowledge. I've set up 5 wooden dummies outside the guild, along the merchant strip. By way of a warm-up, I want you to deal each a solid boot-shine combo. Oh, and don't mind the townsfolk who've gathered to watch. Bootshine on the dummies. No, I don't want to teleport. So, the wooden dummies have felt your wrath. Good. Now we can move on to your lesson. When you first came to us, I taught you that combinations make a pugilist. What you need to know next is that not any hodgepodge of strikes makes a combination. There's an order to things, a natural flow from one technique to another. Today, I would have you practice one of the most elementary combinations in a pugilist's arsenal. It goes like this. Lead in with a swift bootshine combo. Keep your foe off balance with a true strike, then bring it home with a blistering snap punch. With practice, combinations such as this will become second nature. They must if you expect to become an accomplished pugilist. Now, you'll need some opponents to practice on. The keycurn that affect the rat's nest and central Thanalan ought to serve. Hit them with snap punch 3 times and we'll call it a lesson well learned. Man, I cannot stop yawning now. Sound like dinosaurs. I mean, technically they are probably dinosaurs. What is this? Oh, I have to fight Babaroon. That's the... It wasn't even him. Fourteen, 16. Desert Peist is all that's left.
bomb.
Bronze knuckles, and these ram horn claws can go. Next is 14. What do we got left? Those are in Eastern Thanalan. Western Bloated Bogey. Got legs. central thing. Also fight some giant Lubuses. I do need more. I need 4 of them. Get rid of those now. And go to Central Thing Land. We need the cactuars and antlings and trees. Antling sentries should be right there. No, ant biting workers. Sentries are going to be on the other side. No, those are soldiers. Did I finish the antling sentries? I did. Okay. That's all that really matters, so. Now we need to go back to let's just return there. Hey, you've already mastered the snap punch combination? Crikey, Corrado, you're a natural at it, just like I was. Not to brag, but I happen to be a veritable storm of flying fists when the mood strikes me. I'd treat you to a demonstration here and now, except I'm liable to tear down the entire guild in the process. Master Haman has a penchant for regaling us with tales of his exploits, but these never amount to a demonstration. His favorite is his victory over the fearsome marauder Wild Axe, whom he felled with a combination so swift and seamless they say you couldn't see his hands, or so the legend goes. Ha ha ha, that one never gets old. Our dearest master's humility aside, your progress is truly astounding. Crotto, if I don't keep on my toes, you're like to surpass me in a matter of moons. Just between you and me, Chichudo's been in a slump of late. It all began when her closest friend and guildmate suddenly up and disappeared. Rurukuda's the lad's name, and he and Chichudo joined the guild together. The two of them were born to refugees and were orphaned in the calamity. Not long after I was made guildmaster, I found them on the streets, starved near to death. I did what any decent man would. I took them in and clothed them and fed them. When they were strong again, they said they wanted to become pugilists like me, and so I trained them as well. Since then, they've been best friends and rivals both, one helping to raise the other up. Would that we knew what's become of Rurukuda. But we were talking about you, Corrado. You've impressed me yet again, and I hope you continue to do so. Keep up the good work, you hear? Take the gold and get rid of those ram horns. Go to the Gladiators Guild and level that up a bit to get our Gladiators weapons out of the way. Gladiators Guild. Sword Milla wishes to gauge your aptitude for the sword. Amazing what a difference a sword can make. Your expression, your posture, you're already brimming with confidence. Let's see if that confidence is warranted, shall we? Just outside the gates of Ulda, you'll find plenty of marmots, hornets, and shrews. Slay 3 of each and return here when finished. Oh, and use your sword, Corrado. I'm a gladiator, and I aim to train you as one. Now go. What is fight or flight? Increases damage. That's what we want. fight or flight. Fast blade. Now we need some snapping shrews. Over this way. Riot Blade is after Fast Blade, I believe. Wrong keyboard again. Wait. 3. Riot Blade. workers, spring grave robbers, shell sweepers. So this weathered short sword can go. Shields. Level 8 is my next shield, I guess. Total Eclipse, and what was the other one? Fight or Flight. Spin. Total Eclipse. Set to hotbar. Turn Shell Sweeper and Ambling Soldier. And Ambling Soldiers. So that level 5 sword can go. And Thaumaturge, White Mage, Black Mage. So that can go. So I don't need that anymore for any of them. Gladiator Guild. Welcome back, Corrado. I take it you dispatched the beasts and with ease. With every swing and thrust, you gain valuable experience. You must remember and reflect on each one if you are to recognize and eliminate the deficiencies in your technique. Your training under me shall continue once the haft sits so snugly in your hand that you cannot imagine holding aught else. Until then, Corrado. Kicking the hornet's nest. Ah, Corrado, I take it you and your sword have become better acquainted. Then I will now instruct you on another fundamental aspect of what it means to be a gladiator. Commanding an opponent's attention Hey, Rupees D, how's it going? How are you today? Thanks for stopping by. As gladiators, we are trained to engage enemies at close range, weathering their attacks as we deliver our own. However, there are times when we must do battle alongside allies whose talents are not the same as our own. In such a situation, your role is not to slay the enemy in front of you, but rather to defend the man beside you. We do this by eliciting the enmity of our opponents through attacks and techniques designed to incite their hatred. Doing good, just made a breakfast burrito. Like, what, eggs and maybe beans, rice? What? Burritos have rice in them, I think, right? Or is that a quesadilla that I'm thinking of? No, burritos don't necessarily have rice in them. That's quesadillas that have rice in them. You must eggs, cheese, avocado, onion, and cilantro. Ooh, sounds good. That sounds good. You must learn to draw the enemy's attention to yourself and to trust in your stout constitution to endure. In so doing, you protect your weaker comrades who would otherwise perish. Also, game's going good. We are leveling up our classes, our jobs. So we are switching back and forth between jobs, getting them to higher levels. To help you better understand this, there is a task I would have you perform. It just so happens that Momodi of the Quicksand has requested our assistance. A gang of Leminson marauders has paraded into town and begun harassing people outside her establishment. Men like these prey on the weak, but will turn tail and flee at this first sign of defiance. You need not resort to violence. It will suffice to show them that you are not afraid of them and will not tolerate their behavior. Seek out the Lamensons and make your presence known by bellowing, "Face me, marauder." In this way, you will protect the people of Ulda as you would your allies in battle. Tell the marauders outside the quicksand to face me. Menacing marauder. I feel like it's yeah. What? You blaming me 'cause this little shite shat his own pants? Well, bugger, and bugger him and bugger you too. You know, your friend here's a 12 damn cheat. Thinks he can charge us more 'cause we're foreigners, but he'll get his own back. Mark me words. Oi, come on now. He was disrespecting me, proud sea wolf's heritage. Fine, I'll leave the bastard be, but we ain't finished. The hell's is your problem? Maybe she likes her men rough. What are ye supposed to be? Her bleeding lady in waiting? Bah, it don't matter. You've gone and spoiled the mood.
Face me.
Just who the hells do ye think you're speaking to, maggot? I'm Farmori the Driven, and me bloody marauders have been reaving so long, mothers scare their children with tales about us. Don't believe me words? Then I'll let me axe do the talking. Ooh, we gonna fight. Oh ho, this is lively, even for the quicksand. You two going to put on a show for us? Maybe. Hopefully. What's this? Another goddamn fool? Show some respect when you talk to. Farmori the Driven, leader of a troop of bloody mummers or some such. Aye, I heard you the first time. Your voice carries quite well. Then unless you want me to split your skull with me axe, you better. That sword, it couldn't be frenzy, but only the sword of Nald would. Bloody hell, it's you. You know, I've never been one to stand back and watch. Mind if I join the fun? Begging your pardon, sir. But I wanted to fight them. Why do they always do that? Looks like it's just you and me. Standing up to that Leminson was quite brave of you, and quite foolish. I think I like you, Gladiator. Name's Aldous, and I'd buy you a drink, but I'm afraid I just spent the last of my coin. I used to be a young gladiator like you. Back then but that hardly concerns you. These days I'm just an explorer of the unexplored, a seeker of as yet unknown experiences. Like that beautiful stranger keeping my bed warm right now. Gods, I've missed this city. This wonderful desert jewel of debauchery and sin. Now, if you'll excuse me. Speak with Momodi. I swear, if I hadn't seen Aldous with my own eyes, I wouldn't have believed it was him. Everyone here thought he died years ago. Listen, Corrado, do me a favor and don't tell Milla about meeting Aldous, alright? She doesn't need this sort of drama. Why? Well, let's just say some folk ain't good for one another. Report to Milla. This way. Let me go. Gladiators Guild. Cool witch outfit. I've already heard of your exploits at the quicksand, Corrado. You did well to send those marauders packing. I wish I could say we've heard the last of them. Alas, we've received reports of axe-wielding raiders assaulting merchants traveling through Scorpion Crossing. It seems words will not suffice after all. I want you to finish what you've begun, Corrado. Head to Western Thanalan and see that Farmori the Driven and all those who have shared in his crimes never trouble the people of Vulda again. Go to Scorpion's Crossing in Western Thanalan. Oh, little ladybugs. Gotta kill them. Why did the star target me? 2. Whimsy Lou. Where be you? They tore me from my saddle and took everything I own. Bring my goods back to me, I beg of you. Caravan sacks over here. Farmori driven. This is the end of you, Farmori. Need more earth sprites. Are we done? Earth sprites. Dusty mongrel. I know where you are. nasty mongrels. We unlocked an oath gauge. That is our enmity. So iron will. I believe it's iron will that turns that on, yeah. Okay. So I want paladin mode. Gear set 1. Gear set. So, gear set, change 1. Slash macro icon gear set 1. Gear set change 1. Then what is iron will? Weight 1 slash AC iron will. We are level 10. So we can get rid of the level 7 sword. Next is level 13. Turn the goods to the merchant. They tore me from my saddle and took everything down. Yes, there's your stuff. 12 bless you, adventurer. If it weren't for good women like you, I'd never leave home. Portamilla. I'm going the wrong way. I was heading towards the Pugilist Guild when I want the Gladiators Guild. Cat Lady Annie. Good, it is finished, and with that, this stage of your training is complete. This time, your enemies were ill-behaved ruffians, but who knows what manner of opponents you will face in the future. Regardless, I have faith that you will do well. Master your sword, and you shall master yourself. Now then, there will be work for you in the days to come. Return to your training, Corrado. We will speak again. So level 5 sword can be tossed. Don't need that. Ulda's most wanted. You look well, Corrado. I hope you are ready for your next task, because I require your immediate assistance. There have been several violent murders recently, the victims of which were all Huron men. Based on the multiple spear wounds found upon the bodies of the deceased, we believe that Lancers are responsible for the crimes. Not only are these murders a blight upon our city, I fear it is only a matter of time before one of our own is targeted. I have just received reports of foreign Lancers skulking about in Stone's Throw. Considering the circumstances, I find it likely that these are our culprits. We cannot abide any more murders. Go to Stone's Throw, outside the Gate of Nald, and speak with any you find in the area. With luck, we may find these Lancers before they strike again. Gate of Nald, Stone's Throw, which is right here. Don't kill me, please. I'm not the one you want. Thank you. They appeared out of nowhere, asked me if I was Aldous at spear point. I said no, but they attacked me anyway. Well, what did I do to deserve this? Claudina Arachnia. So they were indeed the murderers we sought. But what brought Duskwhite Fleet freelancers all the way from the Black Shroud? And why were they murdering Huron men with swords? First sword! What is it? Lancers, first sword, a gang of them, hiding in the tunnels south of Blackbrush Station. It seems we're not rid of them yet, Corrado. You might as well finish what you started. Go to Central Thanalan and dispatch the last of these freelancers. Bruce, accompany Corrado, see that she doesn't die. Well, I can't keep the last from getting skewered, but I'll patch her up best I can. Corrado, defend Bruce. He knows powerful healing magics, but he cannot employ them unless you keep all your enemies occupied. Make sure you command their full attention at all times. I'm counting on you to keep those bastards away from me. Watch me back and I'll watch yours. You have your orders, gladiators. Send these freelancers to the 7th gate. I don't know where the Quiron Guard is. So I need the clutch for the cactuar. There's bound to be tortoises back here for me. And I'll just go through the cave and do that. Yeah, we did it. So, I believe Shield Bash. Shield Bash. So we want Shield Bash and then Low Blow. There we go. I think I need level 13 for my next sword. Now I need to figure out where these quiver on guard are. Object. Is it? It's up here, isn't it? western, eastern Thanlands. Apparently I was supposed to speak with Bruce back in here. Looks like we're done here. Let's head home, Corrado. I could use a drink. Congratulations on a job well done, Corrado. Bruce says you acquitted yourself well. I must say, you have shown tremendous growth since you joined us. I wanted to ask you, Bruce believes the freelancers were out for a bounty. What is your opinion on this, Corrado? Aldous, are you certain that is the name you heard? He's alive, but how? That can be tossed, and so can the shield. That sword can be tossed as well. So that puts us at our last sword. Level 13. Level 8. Get rid of that shield. Paladin, White Mage. Paladin is White Mage and Paladin are both past that. Thaumaturge. So we've got Gladiator up there. Next is going to be Marauder, I guess, or Arcanist. We'll either do Marauder or Arcanist, but that will be next time. Did not mean to go there. Actually, no, we will do that another time as well. So we are going to call it there for today, and we will see if anyone is streaming currently to raid Social Graces playing some Fortnite, so we'll raid out to them if you guys don't mind sticking around. Thanks for coming by, and we will see you guys next time.